Move my
Hold.
mic a little closer to my mouth.
Activate to cast Inquisition on allied hero, healing them. Interesting. So you run like a more of a W build.
I run a hybrid build.
Okay. Have you tried the build that I've been running?
That was the first build I tried, but I found that this one was it provides more consistent healing outside of combat.
Okay. Yeah, because you can use your W. Okay, well,
It's actually an activatable on the number keys.
or one, yeah. Sorry, but yeah. Does it put this on cooldown?
It does.
Reduces the cooldown by 3 seconds. Ah, okay. Cool. I haven't played this build.
You want me to give you a little overview of myself?
Yes, please.
All right. So I played League of Legends competitively for like 5 years. I was on a team. I got featured in a couple of tournaments. I mainly played like Victor and like Katarina, for those who know what those characters are. So Mage for the most part. I made the switch to Heroes of Storm when the alpha came out, so I was part of the alpha. I took a break when the beta was released, and then I came back like late in the beta. I recently just hit plat last year for the first time with Rhaegar before they nerfed the ever-loving goodness out of him, and made me really sad. After that, I wasn't really able to carry using Rhaegar anymore, so I took a break and fell down to bronze 1 when I came back because I missed my you know how it like defaults to quick matchmaking,
Yeah.
or unranked after a period of time. So unfortunately, my ranking in that wasn't as high. I'm pretty much a flex player. I managed to climb my way all the way back up to gold. So I'm still climbing, but I'm running in some walls in gold. So looking for some help.
Okay. While I am not familiar with this build in particular, I feel like I understand how this hero is supposed to be played out, and yeah, I think it's going to be pretty easy to give you a lot of tips on her. That's really sweet. It's basically just like penance from World of Warcraft. I think like right out of the gates, even you can use your Q onto somebody and then start using your abilities.
Okay.
So like right, because it's manaless, right? You can basically spam them out. Are these interchangeable or no? Okay, so it does 100% better on cooldown. This isn't? What is it, manaless?
Oh, that's manaless. That's
your
manaless.
Q is basically manaless because if you're using it once or twice per minion wave, the amount you get back from globes just completely makes it irrelevant. Like if using Q one time, 30 mana when I believe her base is 500, right?
Yes.
Like it's nothing. The whole point is putting, what is it? Zeal is the buff that it gives. Yeah, Zeal onto your allies so that your damage becomes relevant. So like right there, I would have already just queued onto Diablo, hit this guy with an E. Because there's no reason not to. You want to get that running at least at some point. So use your W there, but you use it without using Q first.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're always putting those Qs out. Yeah. Even 2 of them, like it's totally fine. Using this much mana it's nothing because you just get it back right away. Her mana regen is insane. Or her ability to get back mana is insane. Like you haven't even got a globe and it's already regenerating. That's off 2 uses. Can you use it again? Yeah, I think you just need to be... Clemency also applies Zeal. Cool. That's actually really good to know. Doesn't say that on the ability. But I guess it's... Whitemane's healing abilities apply Zeal, so... It's considered a healing ability. That makes sense. Okay, 1 sec. I'm going to go over this again. She's a tough one because your abilities come out so fast. So you could have used Q onto 1 of 2 of these guys already. Use your W there. No Q onto him at this point. Where's the E? The E misses, right? Yeah. So use your E here. I guess it's just a missed skill shot. You got to be able to hit those because it's your main healing, right? Or not main healing, but your main way of healing people up. Okay, I gotta look at this again. She's such a difficult one to go over replays with because her damage abilities are the ones that end up healing. It's so interesting. I love this hero so much. Okay, so you have it up, but you use this. Okay. So like right here, you should be hitting Diablo with a Q and then Eing over here to get him healed up like immediately. So you get the Q and note like E has to show up right here. On multi-targets, this heals him up so much.
Alright, so more E.
Yeah. I actually think you could double Q and then E. Yeah.
I did double Q.
Okay, yeah, one. Oh, no, you Q. So this is so tough going over the replays of this hero just because her abilities are so fast. I think you Q Sonya first.
I was trying to get Qs on both of them because I was afraid both of them were gonna die.
Yeah. Or sorry, not Sonya. Jaina. I can appreciate that. Yeah. So you could Q again and then E in here. You got enough mana for a third one, which you do spend, but the E doesn't come out. If the E came out earlier, I really do think he lives there.
Okay.
Ooh, this is interesting going over replays of this hero. This is where the Q talent at level 1 might save Diablo. Yeah, so far I'm seeing Q still like outweighing this heavily. And right here, just Q him right away. Yep. And then use your abilities again, just like E and W onto these guys to get the healing coming through. Remember, your other abilities use 0 mana. And Q yourself. Drop the E. Yep. Q him again. That laugh is so good. Where are we? So you actually like this style, hey?
Yeah, it doesn't burn as much mana.
So yeah, here is a pretty big E for you to use. You cancel W, you gotta be careful of that. Yeah, even here, you step in. Okay, wait for the combo. Oh, he actually combos him instead. It's a little wild. Okay, now what's your level 4 talent? High Inquisitor. Casting Inquisition instantly removes all stacks of depth. Oh, okay. So that's your... does Clemency count? Yeah, cast Inquisition. Okay, so you double Q it and then use your 1 on somebody.
Yeah, you could double Q or even triple Q and you get practically all your mana back.
Okay.
I didn't want this guy to go back.
Gotta be willing to step up and use your E in scenarios like this because it is a very low cooldown in comparison. Your W, much higher, but your E, you can basically spam it. And it just provides so much more healing on so much more healing output in general. So like example, this ability should basically always be on cooldown. Like you should be spamming it like here, and then I would E in this direction to see if you can even just tag someone. This guy backing, it doesn't really matter, but here, so you got okay, so you get your mana back like that. It's pretty OP actually. So you hit the Q right here and step in a little bit just like that and then E them. Just get it rolling. Like this shit. Heck, you probably could have used it twice in this rotation. And it's just like, it's basically never coming out. You gotta spam it. It could have come out 3 times. There it is. Now you can use your, yeah, you just have to use it way more frequently. That's my biggest problem so far. This is really interesting going over this hero. Okay, again, you just drop your E in here. Did he just say heck? Yes, I'm sorry for swearing, you guys. Oh, she's actually trying to go in. Do you have tap? You do. Probably be worthwhile to tap. Oh my gosh, everyone is just stacking for these spells. Okay, this... Man, you were put in a tough situation. 1Q, minus armor. Drop the W. And E. Yeah, it's still same problem with the E. I'm pretty sure we're probably just going to experience that all game, eh? Which is fine. Here you should Alt Q and then use your 1 on somebody. There you go. Or that. It's much better actually. How do you get... Oh, okay. I see it now. Ah. I mean, if you saw that, I think you could have kept her alive, but it's not the end of the world. You use your 1, right? Yeah. It's a weird build. I don't know if I like it. Yes! Poetic justice. So now what? You Alt Q, 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 and then hit 1 on someone to get your mana back? Is that... Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you mean by the better out of mana. Right here too, just drop an E on this guy. Here too. Yeah, there you go. Hit him with a Q. And then E. Should have E'd. Try to use your E before using your Q. Or sorry, your E before using your W, just to put it on cooldown while you're channeling. It's just a better use of your cooldowns. So like right here, right? You put the Q onto Diablo, and then you E in here, and then W, but you W first. If the E just comes out, then it just starts the cooldown. Probably drop an E. This is a big old E. Probably use your 1 on this guy. $488 over 3 seconds while channeling. Channel on an enemy hero, dealing 70 damage and slowing them. Okay, so this one just straight up heals for more.
That's debatable. If you're healing multiple targets with Zeal, then it heals for more overall across the multiple targets.
Yeah. I meant just like on the single target scenario here. Should have specified. Uh-oh, you were in there. Okay, getting the E's coming out. Oh my gosh, I just sensed the resets. You gotta use your 1, yeah.
Pretty sure I tap here.
Yep. This is actually a really interesting build. I kind of like it. Okay, again, just getting Zeal out, using your E, stepping in, literally just spamming this ability. Like right now, you got Zeal on 3 people. I would be dropping an E right here. This is boom, boom, double shot. Just like that. Good. Hit this guy with a Q. I would like double Q this guy. I'd be pooping my pants right now. Dropping another E up here. Q him. E this way. You got really good Zeal spread this fight. Oh, jeez. Don't be afraid to use more of your mana just because you're running this style build. Like, man, me seeing that Diablo sitting at like 15% HP, I would be like double queuing him out of fear for this Li Ming getting resets. So just keep that one in mind.
Okay.
1 second, I just have to send... Getting messaged by Blizzardo. Sorry about that. Man, I love this hero so much. She's so cool. I actually think she's like one of the best heroes in the game. Maybe not like best. Best is probably the wrong word. Okay, you got to use your abilities so much more. Okay, you get hit by this, no big deal. You Q yourself. You don't use any of your auto attacks. I probably actually should have. I've been so focused on your ability usage that I haven't been looking at your auto attacks. I'm gonna start paying more attention to that. Because this, like, you don't auto attack her at all. No autos, no auto. Because her auto attack, I know it like tickles. It does like 50 damage baseline. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But it's still worth using. But yeah, right now you can just E and W her right into her face. Heal yourself back up to full. Do you know what I wish they did? I wish they made it so that maybe they reduced some of the healing from her abilities when it comes to Zeal and also gave her auto attacks healing. I thought that would have been really, really cool. But here, again, just like drop your E. There's no reason not to. It's such a low cooldown.
Probably going to be saying that a lot this game.
Wait, it does heal. But just not on minions, of course. That makes it even more worthwhile. It's all of her damage versus heroes, yes. This is so interesting to me. I just love this hero so much. Okay. Again, just drop your E, like right away. I definitely want to see you playing more aggressive with this hero.
So you're saying I play her too passively?
Yes, definitely. Do you feel like you play her too aggro?
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely think you play her way too passively.
Because my argument for this game was that I didn't play passive enough in the late game.
I mean, I feel like there's really no reason for you to play passive in the late game. They have no way of killing you if you play properly. We'll look. We'll look. If they get onto you, you just ult. Okay. Drop the E. Tanking minions at this point, but hit Alt Q. Yeah. Q again, and then use your E, then W, always EW. And you can walk in, get some auto attacks here. That was a good. Hell, right here, I would have just ulted. Yeah. And you drop your E. Nice. Jeez. Keep her alive. You're a legend. She doesn't have Q at levels 1 and 4, so it's a little risky. What are you talking about? Oh, late game. That's what you mean. Yeah. And I think that might be one of the biggest things that you'll experience with this style of build. You don't have like your oh crap buttons. Oh wait, he didn't. Oh. With your Q. I don't know if you've ever watched me play this hero. There's some situations where I'm getting dove 1v4 and my health bar just goes from 0% to 100%, like twice in a fight. Because she's so OP with Q build when it comes to her self-sustain or just like emergency healing.
with this build, late game she has like really good AoE healing with the
Yeah.
Zeal.
Interesting talent. Is this a normal one that people are running at 13?
No.
Okay. Because I feel like this is so good. I haven't tried this one yet.
Yeah,
but this seems
people
good
usually
too.
go harsh discipline.
Are you just uncomfortable with the talent, or?
I guess it kind of ties into why I'm not really using my E a lot, is I'm still not used to the ability.
Okay.
So like hearing where to use the E is actually helping me a lot.
Okay. And it'll help too, because the whole point is like you drop your E first, and then the second one gives you the root. Because yeah, you'll E then W, and the second one gives you the root. When I first read this ability and I was learning Whitemane, I was like, oh cool, I didn't know that I could. Or sorry, not this one. This one I was like, oh cool, I didn't know that I could use E while using W. That's so cool. I thought it interrupted my cast. Next fight, I use W then E, and I'm like, wait, I'm a monkey. Okay, I have to drop the E first.
Yeah, it does interrupt the cast, unfortunately.
Yeah, and because E takes just like a little bit of a moment to trigger, you can sometimes get the root off the first one too. Okay, nobody's standing on the point. I generally get the root on the first cast of E. Me too. But you don't have to. That's the nice thing about the ability, because you have the chance to get it on the second one too. It's really nice. As a general rule of thumb, it's much better to be fighting on this point when you have the turret up here, but that's just...
I mean, I have no control over what
Exactly.
my allies are going to do when I'm playing support.
Exactly. That's why I don't
just following the tank.
mention it too much. But just for everyone watching, like, I feel like the more I mention that stuff, maybe over time, it'll happen less. Ooh, it's a lot of minions. Sure do get a lot of value out of that level 1 talent when it comes to sustain. I'm just worried about, like, what happens when you get dove? Your only way of healing yourself is using your ult and Q, eh? I guess that is your only way of doing it anyways, but not having, like, that...
Not having the shield and the
is-
extra burst of healing.
That's so scary.
I play her as a mix between Stukov and Morales. That shield from the tripod.
Gotta use the E. Thank you, Zulzin. I'll go over subs as soon as the game's over. Thank you very much. Oh, do you get it? Get the interrupt? Ah. Again, I'm not focusing enough on auto attacks. I feel like you could be getting in so many more auto attacks. Okay, your autos actually aren't that bad. So yeah, your sustain healing is good, but there's some comments in chat, and I actually really agree with them. I think that a build like this is going to get you shut down so hard. Unless you pick her at like the last hero in the draft, and they have a draft like this. Gazlo, zero way of getting onto you. Lily, zero way of getting onto you, and zero way of following up. There's, I think, very unrealistic way of Tyrande getting on top of you, and same with Arthas. So considering the composition, you're super safe, but this is really rare. Okay. This has been an interesting game so far. Yeah, see, like, playing up this far, I feel like that could be really terrifying if they had some way of getting onto you. Obviously they don't, because we just went over that, but
What do you think of my 16 talent?
I love it. I think this is so good. Yeah. This one has saved my butt so many times. As far as any of the other ones, I don't really know. I've only gone this talent. It's just so good in my opinion. And I haven't had enough experience with the hero to really tell you whether or not it's the only talent to go. But I love it so much. You guys are super far ahead now. Oh my gosh, they just get evaporated. You guys do support camp? And your own camp? No, Jaina is level 13 as Ice Barrier. She's trolling. As again, another general rule of thumb, you could be telling them to go get this camp too. I know it's harder to control when you're playing support, but it's definitely something you could be doing. I think the last thing you guys should be doing is fighting a 3v4 in top lane using your support camp like this. Like, this is super bad.
I don't know why we're here. I'm
yeah.
just here because they're here.
You should try to type to them or ping them back. Like, I would have already called my team monkeys right now. Like, not in like a toxic way, but you know what I mean? Like, this is insane. This is literally like the worst thing you could possibly do. Like, cool, you guys get kills out of it, but man, it's so bad. The chain W talent at 16 can be decent. Okay. This one here, upon casting Inquisition chain to... Oh yeah, that's pretty sweet. Of course, it works out because of gold. Exactly, yeah, but that sort of stuff is so terrifying. And you guys are on your way to 20. You can get silenced for aggressively calling people potatoes. Can you? Since when? Ooh, you are going in there. Yeah. Don't do that. I thought you were going to follow this up and come fight up here.
No. I was just looking for a way to get the heal. I realized I couldn't, so I backed off.
What is Sonya doing?
Diving.
320 like that. It's wild.
I'm just looking to retreat towards my team here.
Yeah, make sure you lock in your 20 talent though. Good ult. And then immediately turn around and start doing damage. You don't lock in your ult at all through this? It looks like. Nope. Or your 20 upgrade?
I guess not. Now, I don't want to get into this, but no one else is. I don't think support should be in there.
It's okay right now, considering they have 2 dead. You usually want some of your most susceptible heroes to dive to go into the protector, and you at this point with this build are definitely that person. What is this? Oh no. No.
Yes.
Don't do that. Looking for the level 21 power spike. No. Wait, you guys don't even get a keep with this one.
Because Jaina left, yeah.
No. No, and now she's top lane. It's Sonya's. Uh-oh, you got to get the hell out of here. This is really scary.
Yeah, I got left in a very bad position.
You still haven't locked in your level 2. Okay, there we go.
I can't get to them to heal them because of the zoning.
You can. They're definitely in range.
I mean with the ult.
Okay, that's what you mean, yeah. But here you can definitely get... Okay, you could have got your Q onto him beforehand. Yeah, this is actually a very messed up scenario. Okay. Yeah, your W's... Yeah, your W is in range, I believe. I can't actually tell at this point, but... Okay, so you wait, time it out, but you don't get the Q. Do you know what you should have done?
What? What's that?
Let's find out right here. So you're... Does this make you unstoppable? I actually don't know.
I think so.
It says all affected allies, so it should include yourself. Sorry, I'm still new to this hero, but you can walk through this and then use your ult then.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, it affects you too, right? Do you use it at all? Again, this is a newer hero. I haven't had enough time to play her, but yeah.
I have no idea what the Sonya's doing.
Yeah, you are unstoppable. Okay, so then yeah, I was thinking about that as this shows up. Just walk in, use your ult right now. I didn't think it did. Are you certain? 90% yes. Okay. Nobody's 100% certain right now. Can somebody test it out in try mode for me real quick, please? And let us know, because that is something you could have done to save them. 100% yes? Okay, thank you, Hypnotic. Yeah. Okay, so it just yeah. So I saw. Okay. I don't think a couple things. I don't think my chat understands what it's like reading things, looking all across the map, looking at every ability in the game and also paying attention to every little thing. It's much different for you guys, so relax. Second thing, this sucks so bad because you guys probably could have ended the game by going bottom with your Jaina. Do you never type at your teammates? Because if my Jaina goes mid for the level 21 power spike when we have 20 to, what was it, like 16 bottom, like I would have frickin' typed to her out of my damn mind, especially when I'm sitting in the protector.
I rarely type unless I have to. I guess I really should have then.
Yes.
I just find that not typing means that I'm not instigating toxicity and decreasing the morality of my teammates. Not the quality of their gameplay.
Okay. Fair enough. I think you can benefit a lot by still typing to your teammates. Don't have to be toxic or anything like that, but like, what you can do is just lead them. Like, you know, you see your Jaina starting to go mid, to be like, Jaina, don't go mid, come bottom. Like, we can get a keep. You can't really recommend typing these days with the current silence system. Fair enough, that's your guys' opinion. I've found a lot of success, but it also might be because a lot of the times my name gets recognized in Hero League and people listen to me, but... And I also... Yeah, I recognize that as a bit of a privilege that I command, but yeah. Also, to answer the question, I'm Master 2K right now.
So, I still think there's a way to win here, but I'm not really sure what we could be doing as a team to do that.
Collecting any items that you can, so this is going to be up in 1 minute and 20 before the objective. And then fighting on the point, but the problem is, like, you guys just threw such a huge lead. You wait for Jaina to spawn, and then move back in. This game's getting hairy, though. I agree with what Exogenesis is saying in chat. A lot of the times you don't have to type a lot, you can just type a couple things. Like you could have just sent Jaina come bot or Jaina group with us. Okay, so you guys get the support camp, good. This is even worth getting as soon as it spawns. You can give up some control. Okay, it looks like you guys are just wanting... Honestly, this is actually really smart of what Diablo's trying to do. Oh, they're scouting you out. Because fighting before you get onto the point is actually really, really good against a Gazlo. What is this Gazlo build?
I don't know. He built as if he was going Graviton, but then didn't go Graviton.
He is the gifted one. Okay, so now we finally got the 5-person group. Just raw dogs the ring, eh? You can't do that. I don't know if I can say that on stream either. But really just sprints it in, eh?
I think that ring missing actually cost us this fight.
Oh, that's huge. And you guys get AoE hit. Yeah. Oh, how do you even get in there? Mash the Q button. No.
They dove so hard I couldn't get to them.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. No, smash this R key. You gotta hit it. Please. No. So right out of the gates, right here, I would have queued onto my Sonya. As soon as she's about to go in, because you want all your damage that registers to start healing. Q her, Q yourself. You gotta be more scared of your own self-sustain. You see this coming through, walk in again against this and use your ult.
I think I didn't realize at the time when I was doing this that the ult grants unstoppable.
Yeah. So like even here, you can just mash Q. But she's too far away. Getting the Q onto Sonya before she engages in is actually the biggest part here.
Okay.
And Jaina just walks in for the biotic emitter. Drops it. What a goddess. Hit Q on her. Ooh, just gets one shot because of it. Yeah. That's game blouses. They win off this. Damn it. That's a tough one, man. And I actually think you should change the mentality of never typing to your teammates, because if you... Yeah, when Jaina went mid, dude, and you guys all have the frickin' protector 20-16, I think if you have her down there, you can probably get a keep, which... Yeah, even just having her down there really helps when it comes to getting engaged on. You know, she might have been able to ring or stop the advance that way.
Yeah, I actually typed here. Because the fact that they were constantly diving so far from me when, you know, Whitemane's kind of like a zone healer. Like, she can only heal within her zone.
And that's also something you could have typed to your teammates way earlier as well. I don't know, like, how well that gets received in EU Hero League. Or just, I guess, this rank in general, but... Yeah, letting people know, like, I need you to stay closer to me. I can't get heals on you when you dive that far, etc. That could go a long way. Excuse me. But so far, my biggest thing with you is, I don't know, the build doesn't look to me that great. It lacks the emergency healing that I think this hero just lacks in general. This out of combat sustain is great and everything like that, but I don't think it's enough of a boon to her to say that it's worth going over Q build. I might be wrong, but to me it just looks like there's many moments where it's like a double or even like a triple Q could have saved your butt. But also just using your E, I think you could have used it probably like 150 more times this game. No joke.
Okay.
I know that's just like a very loose number, but just missing that one too, unfortunately, but I don't think that really does anything anyways. I actually think there's probably like 100 times that you could have used it. Or more. But yeah, did you have any specific... That, use E, and try to get in some more auto attacks when you have Zeal on people. But yeah, did you have any specific questions for me?
Just like what talent build do you recommend then?
I have been running this one to great success. Level 1, I am going Martyrdom. Level 4, going Unwavering Faith, level 7, Going Zealous Spirit. I've gone Intercession a couple times too against like heavy burst or CC comps. Level 10, go Scarlet Aegis. I love Divine Reckoning, but Scarlet Aegis is just so damn good. Level 13, I have been running Harsh Discipline. Level 16, Radiance, and level 20, Scarlet Crusade. So it's mainly just the Q build. I've personally found that her out of combat sustain is good enough. Her mana regeneration is fantastic. Yeah, I've just had no issues whatsoever with sustain or mana running that build. And it's been in like, yeah, in environments where there are a lot of damage numbers going out. So that's just my own personal take. And it also just like having that shield and having like the Q build, the burst healing is so huge. I always go Intercession to get better with cleanse. Ult 2 because Aegis is godly. Yeah, I love this ult. I don't think it is as good as Scarlet Aegis. I just like it. It's, to me, this ult's actually kind of crappy. People can just walk out of it right away, and the damage doesn't seem like it's really that great. Where is it? Yeah, I don't think that you should, like, this is so good. But Intercession's also really good. So it just depends. If you really need the cleanse, then I would go to it. Would you reconsider any of those talents after the latest patch? I haven't played her since the latest patch. That's just the one that I have been going. I didn't get to play her at all yesterday. People are saying the more W build is good now, I believe. It's tough because I spent the day yesterday playing Hero League. So I didn't play out her W build. But I would at least give it a try. I think that if W build becomes a thing, then you're already kind of comfortable with it. The only thing that you really need to weave into your playstyle is just using E way more.
Right. That kind of falls into like how I play supports in general. Either I'm way too passive with them or I'm way too aggro with them. So like for instance with Rhaegar, I just play him so hyper aggro that if my team isn't also hyper aggro, I just wind up dying. That used to work with the old Rhaegar with the lightning bond.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work anymore, and I just haven't been able to translate the new playstyle where you just go lightning shield build to regenerate infinite mana and like play so passive that you just don't really accomplish that much in wolf form. That translates to my other heroes as well. So like I like playing Alex, I like playing Whitemane.
Yeah.
I like playing Lily. I like playing Rhaegar. Those are the healers I know the best. Other than that, healer is actually my worst.
Your worst role?
Archetype. Yeah.
Then, yeah, I actually think that the biggest thing that's going to help you out, if you're playing this hero in particular, it wasn't even so much positioning. I thought your positioning for the most part was pretty good. To me, it was just weaving in auto attacks, being a little bit more proactive with your healing, just because there's, sometimes where it looked like Sonya was going to get aggressive and you didn't get Zeal on her in time. And with this hero in particular, man, she's very much roll your face on the keyboard. Like, you got to be using your abilities more frequently. But yeah, I mean, if you're having the difficulty of either playing too passive or too aggressive, that just comes with time. There's no like, unless it's just very obvious. If it fluctuates like that, like you're playing too passive sometimes, too aggressive other times, a lot of the time that the only thing that fixes it is just playing more. But if it's like I'm always playing too passive, then it's much easier to fix that. Or you're always playing more aggressive, way easier to fix that as well. If you're finding that you're bordering on one or the other, it's actually just time and comfortability.
Okay. I actually think I healed a decent amount this game.
Jeez. Yeah.
I put out a decent amount of damage as well, and
See,
not as much as the Lily, obviously.
No,
but
the damage number is
if I
low.
landed the ease, yeah, if I had landed more ease, like you were saying, that would be a lot higher.
Yep, and auto attacks,
but,
I think it would be comparable or higher than Lily's.
Yeah. So those are two key things I think that you pointed out that I really need to work on with this character. Other than that, I think you pretty much covered all the bases. I think if I submit in the future, I'm probably going to aim for more of a tank or assassin role.
Perfect.
And hopefully I'll have improved a little bit in the healing capability of Whitemane or other healers,
Awesome.
and we'll have climbed a bit in gold, or at least maybe even be in plat.
If that's what your goal is, that's what you'll get. All right.
Well, my goal right now is to hit plat.
There you go. Okay, let's make it happen. Yeah, thank you for submitting. Really appreciate it, and I will talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you, Kala. I really appreciate it. You're awesome. Stay awesome. All
Thanks, man. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
right, bye.